what I want you and need you to understand is that as this hits the court of public opinion, you're going to hear, this is the dumbing down of America. You're going to hear, this is a way to let more green kids slide in the back door. You're going to hear, this hoses the kids at Woodbridge. None of it's true. It's all about having a broader pool to draw from in the next 15 to 20 years. Now, right now, today, these numbers are ugly. It's always going to be hard to get into UCLA. It's a 4.2 and a 2150. Those are the numbers. Berkeley's a 4.24 and a 2150. San Diego's a 4.1 and 2050. Irvine, Santa Barbara, Davis, 3.9 GPA, 1950 on the SAT. These are real numbers to get in. And as I wrap this up, I'll ask you a question outside. As I wrap this up, guys, the Princeton Review isn't a college admissions company. This is a hobby. We understand that the process here is that you be an informed audience so that you can make informed, intelligent choice. But we dig into this stuff in a big way because it's important that people understand it. Imagine what we are like with SAT and ACT, because that is our stock in trade. And one of the things that's very frustrating for us as a company is effectively the commoditization of test prep. Well, this one's like this one's like this one's like this one. They're not remotely similar. We live, eat, breathe, and sleep this bubble stuff. And so what I want you to understand is that if you are going to be applying to an elite and competitive environment in the next couple of years, those have gotten sick and twisted and wrong in terms of admissibility. And they're using test scores as clubs. 2,300 doesn't get you into Harvard. There is no SAT score alive that gets you into an Ivy League school. Hold it. Okay? The only reason they use test scores in the Ivy Leagues is an excuse to keep kids out. That's all. Nothing gets a kid in other than sort of being an interesting student. So when you're applying to Ivy Leagues and big brand schools, you got to hit certain minimums. By the way, that minimum is 2150. And you've got to have at least 700 on the reading and 700 on the writing. Why? Because most of them are reading and writing schools. MIT, no, it's a math school. Caltech, no, it's a math school. I'm broadly. And then the other function of test scores is if they're really high and you're applying to a mid-level school, they give you lots of money because it helps their rankings. This is the function of test scores. To propel you on the merit side, or so you get to play in the pool with sort of the ridiculously hard schools. Now, one of the things I hope you get from today is a lot of information, a lot of faith in Princeton Review. We would love to have you in the classes this summer, but that's the piece that I wanted to end on. I'm going to take 3 questions and I'm going to kick you out for the next speaker. You go first.
Is there somewhere where we can look up what admissibility requirements get the student is coming instead of from high school, from a junior college and wants to transfer?
So community college transfers are fundamentally different. The way community college transfers work is no kid has to have a test score. Almost every community college has a map that shows you what courses you have to take and what GPA you have to get. Generally speaking, at the big 3, it's about a 3.4, 3.5 GPA. No test scores required. Automatic admit at the end of your sophomore year. It's much, much easier to get in coming out of community college because it's so much cheaper for them to send you to community college. Yes?
I just wanted to know your comments on UC System's view of ACT versus SAT.
Absolutely agnostic. SAT, Coke. ACT, Pepsi. Now, 10 years ago, SAT, Coke, ACT, RC, Cola, right? But now, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. They genuinely don't care. Just so you know, if a kid's really good at math, that's an SAT kid. If a kid's really good at English and bad at math, that's generally an ACT kid. And the reason why is 1/3 of the SAT is math and 1/4 of the ACT is math. And by the way, if you have no idea what I just said, take the ACT. Lady in the back, last one. Fun? How are the ROTC programs that you see? They're not bad. I mean, no, it's generally speaking, the way ROTC works is you have to be accepted into the school as well as into the program. The thing about ROTC programs is if you're going to make the commitment to give to your nation for 4 or 5 years, you know, you might as well get maximum tuition for it. So those programs tend to have greater value at private schools because you're getting $50,000 a year worth of value as opposed to 10. But short of that, the ROTC programs are very strong. Well, that's a wrap for this session. I'm not going to abandon you. I will be outside to answer questions. I hope it was useful. Thank you.